interferes June to November. First nationwide program to test all TB tuberculosis patients. The new policy and called the Universal Drug Sensitivity Test, molecular diagnostic test called Gene Expert, a US developed technology. Okay, it can detect the TB bacterium as well, check for resistance to rifampicin. Tuberculosis is an infectious disease. Okay, sorry. So it is an infectious disease usually caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Tuberculosis generally affect the lungs, but can also affect our other body parts, other parts of body. Okay, next, fighter planes dilemma for India. F-16 and Gripen built by Swadeshi company Saab are competing. The fighter acquisition for the IAF, French Rafale and Boeing's F-18 are competing for the contract for the Navy's twin engine fleet for its aircraft carriers. Lockheed Martin and Tata have formed a joint venture to make F-16, while Saab announced a JV with Adani Group last week for Gripen. Navy sinks Graveyard INS Sindhu Raksak. Okay. The Navy has decommissioned INS Sindhu Raksak in a fire series of explosions of the submarine in 2013 has killed 18 Navy personnel. Okay, next, President lays foundation for a link for Suwani project. Okay, we will fill up Narmada Dam. Okay, Suwani project based on Narmada Dam. We will fill up Hirantu Dam, which is in Gir Somnath area. Suwani stands for Saurashtra Narmada Avataran Yojana, project aimed at bringing the waters of Narmada rivers to the reservoirs of parched Saurashtra region. This region, Suwani project implemented. Link for is here. Cabinet approves revamped Khelo India program. Okay, nurturing talent of connecting rural India to global games. INS Calvary. All you need to know about Navy's first Squadron submarine. Calvary is named after the dreaded Tiger shark developed as part of the Make in India campaign. Calvary was built indigenously under a virtue called Project 75. Under this project, the Indian Navy was authorized to build 6 submarines in collaboration with French firm DCNS. It has superior stealth and the ability. Calvary such anti-surface warfare, attacking surface ships, anti-submarine warfare, destroying submarines, intelligence gathering, mine laying, and area surveillance. Okay, fossil remains found in the newest found continent, Zealandia. Drilling into the crust of Zealandia, thousands of feet below the surface, researchers discovered the remains have 100 species, including pollen from land plants. Now it is believed Zealandia was once much closer to the ocean's surface and may have served as a long bridge for animals moving around the South Pacific region. Zealandia continent is here constituted by geologists to a massive, mostly submerged continent. It is okay near Australia and New Zealand. President launches Incredible India 2.0 campaign, adopt a heritage project. Okay, we'll be focusing, 2.0 campaign, actually we'll be focusing on specific promotional plans with greater emphasis to be given to social media, whereas adopted heritage project plans to entrust heritage sites to the public sector and private sector companies. Adopted heritage project was launched with the efforts to the tourism ministry, culture ministry and archaeological survey of India. Meenakshi temple gets cleanest iconic place tag. Okay, Madurai. Meenakshi, an incarnation of Parvati, and her consort Sundareswar, an incarnation of Shiva. Meenakshi temple in Madurai has been adjudged the best such iconic place in India. HDFC Life launches service by BOT Neo. HDFC Life Insurance Company has launched a new servicing bot for Twitter that uses artificial intelligence for customer service. The PNB MetLife has launched via humanoids like Kusi, leveraging the power. This is the second for BOT train operation by HDFC Life after the launch of Spoke, which was an ML bot to answer customer queries. A humanoid BOT was launched by HDFC First Bank in India to do so. Lakshmi, an AI bot by City United Bank. Also captured attention. Okay, Russia launches world's biggest and most powerful nuclear icebreaker Severe, designed to transport cargo along the northern sea route, powered by two nuclear reactors, and will be able to break ice fields up to 3 meters thick. Russia is building nuclear power icebreakers under the project 2220. Arctica and Ural are other two icebreakers. Russian authorities want to maintain control of Arctic waters due to drilling opportunities, minerals, and strategic importance. World Food India 2017 aims to transform food economy and realize the vision of doubling farmers' income by establishing India as a preferred investment destination and sourcing hub for the global food processing industry. A special highlight of the event was announced Chief Sanjeev Kumar creating a world record by preparing brand India khichdi using 800 kg grain in a grand kadai. Project Chaman, a horticulture assessment and management using geoinformatics. Under the project, the remote sensing technology and sample survey techniques will be used for production, forecasting and major horticulture crops in selected district. Fruits such as banana, mango, citrus, and vegetables such as potato, tomato, onion, and chili will be covered under this project. The project is being implemented by Mohalanavis National Crop Forest Center using remote sensing technology and is likely to be completed in March 2018. Dindal Sparks Yojana, another scheme, the Sparks Scholarship for Promotion and Aptitude and Research in Stamps as a hobby. Philately is a hobby of collection and study of postage stamps. Philately is called the king of hobbies because stamp collection as a hobby has a lot of educational benefits. It is a lot about the socio-economic political reality of the period in which the stamp is issued. Okay, next we have Banganopalle mangroves got GI tag. A GI primarily an agricultural, natural and manufactured product, handicrafts and industrial goods originating from definite geographical territory are among the 7 commodities that have been granted geographical indication this fiscal year by the India Patent Office. Okay, proper Pukim Valley, Ikat of Telangana, Undu rice of West Bengal, Durgi stone carvings, and Etiko Pakka toys of Andhra Pradesh and Chaksing Swal of Nagaland. Recently, Rasagullo from West Bengal was given GI tag, putting an end to Odisha claim for the same. Okay, so GI tag in India, Karnataka 33 number, Mysore silk, Mysore sandal, and Uttar Pradesh 23, Patola, Lucknow, Jardorji, Odisha 15, West Bengal 14, Odisha 15, Ikat, Konark, okay, stone carving, and West Bengal Darjeeling 18, Maxi Kantha, Aluchari Sari, Gujarat 13, Agates of Kambe, Kach, embroidery, Gir Khesar mango, Rajasthan 13, Kathapur teas of Rajasthan, and pottery of Jaipur, blue pottery, and Arcana. Okay, Himachal Pradesh 7, Kulu, Sal, Kangri, tea. So next we discuss the rise of the boards. A board of the computer program designed to automatically Apple Siri, the Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, and a Microsoft Cortana boards. Okay, so not on defense in the malicious board of the self-propagating malware, artificial intelligence based boards. Some banks also have introduced all-based chatbots. Former PM Manmohan Singh to get Indira Gandhi Peace Prize 114 for his leadership. Okay. Given to parliamentarians for global action, ISRO and the UN High Commission for Refugees. India's longest bridge in Assam. Okay, 9.15 km Dhula Sadia Bridge over the Brahmaputra Assam. Named after musical lyricist and poet Bhupen Hazarika. Vidya Abhiyan, 15 to 20 feet rise, David portraits and 21 Paramveer Chakra recipients will have used to have re-energized patriotic favor of the young minds. Campaign Vellore will be built college and university across the country. UNESCO inscribes yoga in representative list or intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Okay, UNESCO 13th intangible cultural heritage. Lamril traditional performance Ramana inscribed in 2008 to Roman Vedic chanting, etc. Empowering the solar soldier by Project Youth Abhyas, the Indian Army, and Yasantro Chavan, Maharashtra Open University, okay, Nasik. Bachelor's degree program, designed for the army for personnel given special recognition for future, the future. Okay, John Pitt, he reported about John Pitt Krishna Sabti, 17, and Bhaya Samman, John Pitt Krishna Sabti, Bhaya Samman, or 17, Mamta Kalia, Sukham Dukkham, Saraswati Samman, 2016, Mahabaleshwar Sale. Okay, Bihari Puraskar, Satyanaran, Ye Ek Dunya. The next important committee is encasing, chairperson encasing, to review the fiscal responsibility and budget management. Okay, Amitabh Choube. To analyze the existing framework of IRDA NS committee to frame uniform rules, states avoid delay in proper implementation of rights of persons with disability acts. Timothy Gonzalez committee create 20% reservation seats for the girls students in IIT. Sports Code Committee to suggest improvements in the National Sport Development Code functioning of sports federations. 11-member interdisciplinary standing committee on cybersecurity. RBI Executive Director Meena Hemchandra to review the threats emerging use of technology such as artificial appropriate policy intervention to strengthen cybersecurity. Okay, DV Sekhatkar Committee to reform the military financial management. Agriculture Produce Market Committee. Dr. Mr. Ashok Dalwai to establish regulated wholesale agri market at a distance of every 80 km. Interdisciplinary Committee to propose new regulations related to digital currencies or virtual currencies. Chittali Committee to recommend measures for desalination of rivers Ganga. High-level task force to compute timely data on employment situation in the country. RBI Overseeing Committee to look at the stressed assets of the banking sector. Standing Committee on External Affairs, India and China international organizations, subcategorization of OBC. Okay, Article 314 of the Constitution, water resource in the northeastern region, a high-level committee on the management of water in the northeast. So I think head speech of internet to the committee service to 78 in section 78 of the IT Act. Substitution and section 155 and 505 of the Indian Penal Code needs to be amended. So thank you friends, I think complete now.